Welcome. Here we go again. 2015 AP Free Response Test, question 4. Part do conclude. Let's do it. Now we've established that the two proportions z-test is what we want. We're going to say 15 successes out of 500 was in sample 1 and 26 successes, and I know it's weird to say success is cancer, but that's what we quantified. And notice it's very important here. We picked a one-sided test. We believe, and we did collect some amount of evidence, that the first proportion is smaller. 15 is a smaller number than 26. But ultimately, I can't compare numerators unless the denominators are the same. So I do need to compare these two proportions. And in fact, notice this one is smaller than that one. So you have some amount of evidence of your alternate hypothesis. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And then I'm going to remind you that don't lose points because you didn't put at least 3 things here in the do. So again, don't forget to name the test. Don't forget somewhere on your paper shows this alternate hypothesis. Don't forget to put the z that the computer calculated. Don't forget to put your p-value. A lot of people come to this table for their p-value and then they just leave. Don't forget that we calculated this a moment ago, so if you forgot to calculate it up there, you should have. Oh, and it looks like maybe I calculated this wrong, so I'm going to get my easy calculator, and that picked up on a mistake maybe I made. So the number 26 divided by 500. Oop, okay, so sorry about that. 5, 2. So that's why my handy calculator is so good. Now this is the pooled p-hat. I'm going to go ahead and add that. I can show you how to calculate that, but the calculator calculated it anyway. That's if you thought about everybody all at once. So that's like what would happen if I took everybody, right? And then I added up everybody in the sample that got cancer. And that's where this 4-1 came from. Okay, so I knew that came from somewhere. I was looking in the wrong spot. So that would be called, not pooled, sorry, I used the wrong word there. That's the combined. And so the calculator is using that combined to calculate whether or not there is a difference here. And it does, in fact, look like we got a rare outcome. This is another great moment to double check that you typed in the sample sizes for both sample 1 and sample 2. Now, set the calculator aside and just go to town with your conclusion. You're either going to go through door number 1 or door number 2. But notice this p-value is less than our alpha, which is 0.05. So we are going to say, because that's where we started mentally, our p-value is less than 0.05. We reject the null hypothesis. We do have. And then right at this moment, I'm going back up to just copy my words here. We do have convincing statistical evidence that taking a low-dose oxygen a day would reduce colon cancer among all the people similar to the volunteers. That sentence is going to go right here, right now. We do have convincing statistical evidence that taking a low dose aspirin each day would reduce the chance of developing colon cancer among all people similar to the volunteers. So good, so satisfying. This is going to get us a 5. Bye.